Well, good evening, everyone. Good day, good morning, good night, depending on where you are in the world. This is your host, Mary Fernandez of Leadership Legacies and Legends Unleashed podcast. Today, I get to talk about the courage to be you. My heart is still reeling from some of the things, I've seen because I'm a very, emotional person, I guess, in the sense of just caring for how other people are feeling and how they're doing. And, I was thinking about the young Miss America. She's still on my mind. But today's podcast is to encourage your heart. It is all about you, me, us as people. So this is called Tips and Tools, number one. This whole segment is called Tips and Tools. I want to thank you for your time today, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're treating yourself well, and I hope you are just appreciating the fact that we're here and that we can breathe and we can see another day. All right. This topic starts with transparency. It's very okay to be you. You are one of a kind. You are unique. And as we grow and evolve, we end up finding our way to the who we are becoming, the you are becoming. So we want to take a minute to appreciate all the wonderful and unique things about you. Look in the mirror and say, you. Yes, I'm talking to you, not this woman, but you, or not this man, if depending on who's listening. Look in that mirror. Now, I'll use myself as an example throughout this conversation because I really want to go through the layers and give ourselves some perspective on the power of the uniqueness and the wonderful, wonderfulness, that's my word, of being you. Okay, first of all, using myself as an example to drive the point home. I'm using my notes, y'all. Looking in the mirror is not easy, as I've said before, for some of the people I have met. And that is for many different reasons. Sometimes we are stuck in certain mindsets of comparing ourselves, judging ourselves, and not really giving ourselves the leeway or the room we give others. The room to feel the feelings that you feel, to look at the attributes and even hear your voice and appreciate them, or that voice. When we're listening to someone else and then we look at ourselves and we listen to ourselves, sometimes we're not as nice to ourselves as we are to others. So that's my first encouragement. We want to be mindful that you and this day and this life is a gift. And I want you to use it to the fullest. I want to encourage your heart to use it to the fullest. My bishop preached a wonderful sermon Sunday. I had such a desire to go to church Sunday. I said to myself, if I can go to the store, I can go to church. If I can go to get gas, I can go to church. With all the precautions they have in place and all the things, we do to be the best we can be, that's all we can do. But I want to wear my mask. My church has all the safety precautions they can do, just like flying on a plane. I took my first plane trip since the COVID situation. Everyone is doing their best to protect each other in this journey. And so that sermon that he preached was really wonderful. It was from Mark 8th chapter, 34th verse. But the main thing I got from it was we all go through struggles. Struggles are things we deal with in life, overcoming ourselves and habits and goods and bad, little quirks and things we can do. Take, for instance, chocolate and chocolate cake and chocolate ice cream. Chocolate ice cream of all kinds, ice cream of all kinds is off my list of things I like to eat now because my body doesn't receive it as well as before. And I don't like cold drinks. What happened to that? I used to love cold drinks and crunching ice. In fact, I had to pray to get off of crunching ice. And I saw one of the preachers talk about a lot of people had to pray to get off of crunching ice destroying our teeth and all those things, but life has changed. And so one of the struggles there is I can eat chocolate cake and I can eat chocolate candy. So the struggle is to be disciplined enough not to eat all of that my heart desires, because it will turn on my body. So that's a struggle. Even today, I wanted to get in the car and make a special trip to the store and go get myself something delicious, like a pie, an apple pie or something. But I'm determined to treat myself the way I need to be treated so that I can live the quality of life that I've asked God for. So the struggle, whatever it is in your life, you know, it is part of becoming, you know, and the bottom line of that message was, unless we're perfect, which we are not, there will always be some type of struggle to overcome. So perfection is not something I want to seek in my life, but I definitely want to improve every day. I was really freed by that. So I was relieved because I had these issues that I was dealing with that week. Last week I was dealing with, oh my goodness, I want to clean my closets, clean my house, purge the house. And when you start on those huge projects, they can become overwhelming and you can feel like you're lost and that you're never getting it done and that you're running out of time and you're running out of energy. But I'll tell you this story from my dad. My dad is no longer with us and he did live to be in his 90s, right there, 93. So in his 80s, somewhere along there, I walked into his house and I said, Dad, he was cleaning up this bookshelf. And this bookshelf, you know, he wanted to dust it, go through the books, fill the books, dust the books, review the books. We had little piles of books on the floor. And so I come in a couple of days, and I think on the third day, you know, because we would have dinner and lunch and we would have lunch and breakfast together. When every morning went to work, my dad and I would connect and have breakfast and lunch. And so I was always with him. And I said, Dad, you want some help? And he said to me, no, baby, I ain't got nothing but time. Which meant that he was enjoying his life. That's what he taught us. Enjoy your life to the fullest. So I appreciate that. And that's one of the ways we can give ourselves a break. Now, we're not trying to say give ourselves an excuse, but give yourself a break. Be kind to you. It's okay to be you and not copy anyone else's lifestyle or schedule or image or look. We want to appreciate the you that you are. And I want you to take a minute to really work on that, okay? Because I certainly work on it all the time. All right. Because I love, you know, flipping and flopping. I love so many wonderful different things. Try to do so many different wonderful things. And it's all a joy. However, I've learned to compartmentalize, use my calendar, my date book, and plan, and prioritize God first, family second, and career third. So the phone is never always on. And I think my customers and my family and my friends understand that, you know, my phone is not always on, but I will get back to you. And don't forget to check your voice messages, y'all. So here's the second one, a recording blooper. I was doing one of my podcast recordings, and I like to do them in recordings. I'll go live one day. But I was doing this podcast recording, and it went well all the way to almost the end. And at the end, I began to doubt myself, question myself, and feel a little insecure. And so what I did was my voice went to almost like slow motion. I appreciate your time. And then I laughed loud, did this loud laugh. And I said to myself, that is so funny, but I cannot post that because those who do not know me will be shocked to hear that laugh I can do. When I am full on being me, I can have some of these wild, crazy laughs. So it's okay to laugh at yourself. And it's okay not to be perfect. Remember, we got that in that message, in that sermon. So make your own self laugh and give yourself a break. You know, don't be so hard on yourself because we can be so hard on ourselves. All right. Embarrassing moment. Because transparency, courage to be you, I really want you to get to know your host, because from time to time, you will find me so serious and so dedicated and so focused, because we have this thing. Have you seen this in the industry where you have people who will be, in your eyes or our eyes, quiet, shy, cool, calm, very reserved. And then when they step into their gifting, whether they're an artist, a reader, a performer, a politician, a podcaster, all of a sudden when they step there, they become a whole new energy. That's their safe place. Discover your talents, your gift, and soar in it. And don't worry about what others think, or the they people, because they are not you. And you have to live your life, and they have to live their life, and we all come together and make one joyous world. Okay, so here's an embarrassing moment. I told this story in a speaking engagement, and I do this to relax people and to help people really get present in the moment so that they can really hear and experience what's going on. So in this conversation, I was telling them about, I'm gonna try to make this quick. This is a short embarrassing moment, because we all have embarrassing moments we have not forgiven ourselves for, we have not gotten over, and we carry it with us, which is almost like a block to being the free, to be you, all out wonderful you. So here's the quick embarrassing story. I was at a very important meeting, and it was with some of my most powerful mentors on my journey. We were just about to break for lunch. I think it was about 25 or 30 of us in the room, but the master mentor, let's put it that way, would bring in some of the best sisters in our circle to teach and to share with us. So these were my super bad to the bone mentors. And then my sisters of my equal peers, we were all part of it. So here it is, we're breaking for lunch, and everyone leaves the room because we're standing there talking with, I'm standing there talking with my number one mentor, her fabulous guests, and one of my sister peers. All right, the waiter is coming in, he's clearing the table and everything. Lesson, I had told my children, whenever your undies get elastic, worn, get rid of them, even your slips, because, things could happen. And you can always let us know you need more or purchase more. But we have this habit of wearing things out till there's no more wearing to it. And also we are so frugal that we just don't treat ourselves as well as we would treat, now y'all know, treat others. So here it go. I, that morning, went into one of the drawers and got something out. In fact, I think I went to one of my daughter's drawers and got out something. And I went and used it, and I got it dressed and went to the meeting. All right. They're breaking for lunch. There's only 3 of us standing there and the waiter. And we're just having this good conversation. And next thing you know, I feel this breeze. Woo! And I look down, and there's the slip on the floor. And all I could do was step out of the slip, pick it up, put it in my purse. And I said, woo, that was embarrassing. And it was done. Because I tell you, I had set myself free a long time ago. I had been frozen in fear and shyness for so long that being out of that shy prison, anything so little as that embarrassing moment was not going to ruin my day. And the young lady next to me said, girl, you're so funny. And that was it. So embarrassing moments, I want you to know, they can box us in and make us rethink our thinking, rethink our actions, rethink our volunteering, rethink our leveling up to do things we always wanted to do. So that embarrassing story is just to share with you that it's embarrassing for the moment. It was funny and it was over. Tossed, but now it's a story I can use to let someone else know it's okay. We all have had embarrassing moments. So the boxes we can find ourselves in is limitations we put on ourselves because of second guessing ourselves, like the blooper at the end of the podcast where I went in slow motion and like that. And then I did this loud laugh. Okay, I said that motivated me to do this conversation. Box number 2 is comparing ourselves to others. When we walk into a room and we see powerful people and their image and their confidence level, we almost shrink back and question who we are and our ability or right to be in that room in the midst of those powerful women and men. And we just shortchange ourselves and start comparing, and that comparing shrinks our presence and people feel your energy. Another box is dimming your light. Dimming your light is when you're around other people and you can sense that they don't really know you or understand you or kind of like trust you yet. So you can feel it. And so you dim your shine so that they will feel more comfortable. There's ways we do that. I don't want to explain that one too much. Another box is trusting. When we're working with people, we learn that in business, there's different relationships. In personal relationships, there are different ways of functioning in there. But if you want people to trust you and you can't trust them, that is very obvious. So that becomes an offense. And so that's another box, offense. Discuss what the issue is, handle that. And if it's not handled, then something happens and the great divide happens. You no longer can kind of like work with one another anymore because there's that trust issue, okay? So there's a note about the contest winner that we all look on this game show in the evening, it's been around for many, many years. And a young woman was the top winner and she won $1 million. After she won the million, she quit her engineering job so that she could take an adventure, discover her likes, her wants, and her dreams. So that's what I want for my entrepreneurs, my startups, my clients. I want to take them on the journey of discovery. We must pay the price of sacrifice and time to develop that dream. And while you're working and sacrificing, it's okay, but hold on to that dream. So she waited till she won the million. But let's not give up on our dreams either, even while we're still working another job or building our entrepreneurship, okay? So as we come around to the close, I want you to know something special about the courage to be you. You. First, you look in the mirror and you say to yourself that you are marvelously and wondrously made and that there's only one of you. So of course, you will say that to the words of M-E. You will put the words M-E in there. And until you get confident enough, use Y-O-U. I want you to know you deserve all the joy and the best life has to offer. You'll be so amazed when you come out of that comfort zone. There is only one of you. So I want you to take the challenge to live your life to the fullest. And as I get ready to sign off, I want you to know that I appreciate the times to do the monologues. And I'm working on some wonderful and great things, but I appreciate the monologue times. And I hope you do too, because that gives you and me a chance to get to know one another and to speak on some very dear and personal topics. Leaders, legacies, and legends. Oh man, that was motivated by watching these people I grew up with in my community take actions, live their life, just do wonderful things that impacted others. And the legacy, I pray that before they all went home, that they know that that legacy of what they did does live on. And to me, they are legends. So be the leader you've been called to be. You never know how you're going to impact someone's life. I'm working on a few projects. I'll put them in the conversation part or the description. But one of the things I'm working on is WUHA's Force 2022. This is all about selecting experts to do a unique project of pulling experts together where they're collaborating, where everyone wins. Sometimes we collaborate and really don't know all the rules of engagement, and we never collaborate again. But there's some secrets to collaborations that can make it a wash, rinse, and repeat. Can't wait to do it again. So as we get ready to sign out, I want to remind you that this is your host, Mary Haswood Fernandez of Leadership Legacies and legends unleash. Unleash your voice. Unleash your joy. Unleash your dreams. Go for it because you deserve the best life has to offer. This was to encourage your heart. So I want you to have the courage to truly and fully be you. Signing off. Find me on Spotify, Amazon, and all your favorite listening sites. And remember to like, download, and subscribe. God bless and have a wonderful day.